Yoga is the experience of being at peace with yourself. When you are at peace with yourself, you are in alpha brainwaves. And with theta and delta brainwaves, you move closer to the center, the authentic self that is omnipresent. It does not change. It does not move. It is formless. It is omnipresent. The ego self lives in the memory events of the past. It lives in what it is attracted to and what it is afraid of. So it lives in the division of the whole. The whole is omnipresent presence. Just as now is. Ego lives out of the memories of the past for the future. It lives in the division of the whole. Yoga is experience of becoming whole again. Just understand this. Allow this understanding to go deep. When you are silent, you are undivided whole. When your energy body is completely still, there is no division. It is whole. When you accept yourself just the way you are, you remove the divisions, and you become whole. When you accept what is present now as it is, you become whole right now. For ego, it is almost impossible to accept what is as is. It's very easy to choose what it likes or what it is afraid of. and therefore it lives in perpetual conflict with the whole that you are. Internalize your attention fully. Close your eyes. This is your connection to yourself. Your spiritual journeys becomes extremely simple and attainable if you can just accept yourself just the way you are now. Not just now, but now to now to now. Because in now, when you accept, you're accepting the conflict-creating, stress-producing memory you identify with. You drop the memory of the past. You are in the present. You are whole. How simple. But how difficult at the same time. Because when you accept yourself just the way you are now, you also have the power. You are empowered to accept others just the way they are now. This is called the state of enlightenment, self-realization. Jai Babaji. I was guided to reveal to you the most simplest way to be who you are. This is the simplest, I couldn't say any easier way than that you can understand. It just came through. I'm amazed myself. Even though I have said that all the time, but this is the essence. To accept yourself just the way you are now, from moment to moment to moment. When you accept yourself, where are you? You're no longer in your mind. That's the difference. You are in your heart. You are in your awareness presence. You are God. You are in co-creation with God within you. Now what you see in the object is what God sees in the object, not our ego mind. Your ego mind says what I like in you or what I don't like in you. God doesn't do that. That is why in biblical story, he's talking to Adam and says, do not choose the forbidden fruit of good and evil. He's saying the same exact thing. So when they choose the fruit, means the end result is the fruit of what I want. I want to get what I like. And as soon as you say what I like, God is saying, what you don't like, the evil will come with you. Because you divided the divine that is whole, that you are yourself into two. This is the simplest way I can explain to you what yoga is. And this is scientific, but also spiritual. So you want to live in the energy body. See, in yoga, we are born with energy body, the pranamaya kosh, physical body, annamaya kosh, mental body, manomaya kosh, and the divine body, the, 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 the bliss body. You see? But then ego mind has made its own body. It's called unconscious body it has made, which we call PTSD. That's not your body. That's your ego's body. It has created. It's an alien that lives in you, but you say, that's who I am. You must be kidding. But you don't know that truth. That is what yogis found out thousands of years ago. They say, when you identify with your ego mind, you are living a life in the dimension of time, and you are separated from the timeless presence, God, that lives in you. This is stunning news, isn't it? I can see this silence, like, oh my God, that is how simple it is. And the ego mind says, wow. But if I said, ask that ego mind, are you ready to change your perception? So you accept yourself just the way you are? No, Gurudev. I need to lose weight before I look right and I feel right. No, this is not about that. You are not your body or mind. But ego mind connects with it as if it is good or bad. And then it might say, I want to get my children through college. Then I will accept myself, and because I'll be free. No, you're not free. You are, on the contrary, you are more entangled in your own likes and dislikes, addiction to all pleasurable memory events, and fear of all memory events. They became in time. It's not like the same event. They are not separate events. What you were attracted to in time became what you don't like and what you're afraid of. In time, ego lives in duality. But if you get out of time, it is whole. Instantly you are free. See, that's why Patanjali, in his first Yoga Sutra, says the discipline of yoga happens now. What does yoga do? It makes you integrated whole. And he says, integrated whole, you can become only now. Did you hear that? That's why his very first opening Yoga Sutra says that. But it's not translated well, properly by most commentators. So they don't understand that. I didn't understand it either. I read it like, oh, now it's the very beginning. This is the beginning of the practice of yoga. No, you are to be now and be integrated whole. This is not about the practice of yoga. Do you understand? That will make you whole in future. And then you will be now then. Close your eyes and reflect on this. Where are you and how you want to be? Allow this understanding to be yours. It's no longer just information, so it goes deep within you. Okay, you may now open your eyes. So keep this as your daily awareness practice. Stay awake. Awake means not identified with your dualistic perception of yourself, which says that when you do things I like, I say I don't like. Then learn from it and do what you like, what you are attracted to, what engages you fully. So if you do what you like, do it so totally that you are totally engaged in it. You are free again in doing. But you have to be whole. Ego mind is never whole. It's always halfway present. I'm doing this to finish it so I can get to the next one. It's impatient to get there. It's arriving there to relax because I got done what I did. But relax when? How long? Just a short time before it takes over and says, you need to get it done next thing. So this lives in the dimension of time. Always halfway here, other half is when I arrive there, and hopes that when I arrive, I will become whole. No, in the memory, it carries all the memory events of the past, and it's always half. So memory doesn't go away when you achieve what you like, or when you are in love with another person that you love so much. So then now the loving relationship is so thorough that you are complete and you are whole there. Yes, you do get whole there because in loving relationship, male-female polarity comes together. Therefore, it is whole, but it is outside of you. The other half, that ego is in the outside. Did you hear that? Therefore, when you are in sensual closeness through the energy body, the male and female unite into oneness and you become whole temporarily. That's a problem. And then if you become addicted to that person, the same person that's a solution that makes you whole is now making you divided because you are addicted to them. So that process of ego mind that tells you to find another one to be whole with. Nobody has found another one who would make them whole because you have to make yourself whole. It is within you. Every woman or a man, every male, every female is born with opposite female or male within them, like I told you yesterday. In yang sign, the black has a white dot in it, and a white has a black dot in it. That means there is no male that is 100% male. There is no female that is 100% female. So each male, but ego mind is more prominent in male than in female. That is common. See how many people out of how many female here. So they would listen a little more open there in their heart because they are born as female heart to give birth to children. And they are born with a loving, caring heart within them. The male are not. I mean, they all understand. So this is true of all men, and that is why when you practice spiritual discipline, you progressively develop the female part of yourself. So in yoga, you create male sympathetic energy body and female parasympathetic energy body. In your body, they function in harmony, whether you are male or female. But if you are a male mind, you are more on a male ego side. Do you understand? And less on a female in your subconscious energy body. So, that is too much male, will be very aggressive, impatient, anxious, worried, always trying to. So you can see in families, before this new age of female started saying, we are also like male. They started acting like a male and have a better job, make money and prove that we are also like male. Before that, female naturally were doing the female kind of expression of life. And gradually, that means the male ego mind is working more outside. Female are working more internally in their home affairs. Men are political. They are manipulative. They do things outside. Women are more natural. This is not all, everybody is not the same. But this is what exists within each one of us. So I'm not talking about male or female. You can decide which one is in you, prominent. So then male is aggressive achiever in time. Female are not so much. So because they are more loving, means when you love somebody or something, you're more here. Not so much in the past, trying to achieve. So the women are more loving, and therefore they live more closer to themselves, to their own self. Did you hear? So the yoga means developing love. That's what Christ said. God is love. He says, if you want to get closer to God, be loving. But it's not a passionate love for the other. It is the unconditional love that accepts other without conditions and accepts itself without conditions. Means Accept yourself just the way you are now. That's what I just said. When I speak these words, I'm myself amazed. Where did that come from? So this is not my repeated talk I had said somewhere before. This is all new for me too. Even though I have said same words in many different ways, but it comes out in a way it did. This is what I mean. When you get connected to the presence within you, your intuition begins to function. You are no longer confined to the memory prison of your past, what you like and what you don't like. In that case, your mind is so busy with thoughts, you live more and more in your head, and more you live in the head, less you are in your heart. Do you understand? So the idea is live more in your energy body, in your heart. That's it. That's simple. So to live in the energy body means what? Your energy body, ego mind, is extremely abusive of the energy. Every time it tries to make change and control external event to fulfill it what it is attracted to, or to control external event through fear, they are both false. There is no such division. So when your attention goes out, your energy from your heart goes down and out to serve your ego mind. That's a completely abusive use of your energy. That is what in Bible is called ego mind squanders the wealth of God. Did you hear? Abusively uses the energy of God, female energy of God, pranamaya kosh. This is when you do that, you age very quickly. You are building layers. Each time you live that way, you build another layer of masking energy block in your own physical body. Did you hear? In your own physical body. So for ego mind, can you imagine it builds its abode of the conflict creating, stress producing memory events. And then it lives in the memories. Memories that is built in the form of energy blocks. So when somebody else triggers that look-alike memory event, you relive your past again and again. The silly ego mind is doing its self-destructive job again and again and again. And it will do so for you as long as you identify with your thoughts that are rooted in your unconscious body of energy blocks in you. Did you hear that? You will relive that. That means you will reincarnate again and again. And what are you doing in reincarnation? You are reliving all the painful and pleasurable memories. You're trying to live pleasurable, but painful come with it. So the ego says, I'll get you out of the painful. Don't worry. I'm going to get what you want in future. So it tries to deceive you. It tries to change outside, and it says it will change inside. But it doesn't. That is the self-deception. But now that I expose all its ways, you will be aware when it does so. It's very devious, ego mind. And you have lived with it so long for not only this lifetime, but many lifetimes. It will be very hard for it to let go of what it likes and what it is afraid of. That is why Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says the yogi lives in the sense of equanimity, equal-mindedness. No attraction, doesn't get high. Depression doesn't get low. It lives equal-minded, means accept yourself as you are now. That is equal-minded all the time. Accept others as they are. Accept life situation as they are. That doesn't mean you just sit there and accept. No. You accept means you created a shift from fear of that was living from the memories. You came into the past. Now you do what you need to do. Once you have come back to the connection, to the timeless presence, it will be your intuition that will guide you, not fear, not attachment. That's the way it works. This is connection to God and Guru. In prayer, we say, lead me from asatoma sadgamaya, from unreality to reality. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, lead me from darkness to light. Mrityurma amritam gamaya, lead me from unreality to reality. That happens to be my name, Amritam. Amrit means nectar of immortality. That is where you want to go. And then in the second prayer, it says, Guru Brahma, Guru is Brahma, the creator. Guru is Vishnu, the sustainer of life. And Guru Devo Maheshwara. Guru is the Lord Shiva, Ganesh, Maheshwara. That is all in the Guru and the Guru within you. But since you don't have Guru within you connected, you keep connected to the Guru outside all along the way and develop the Guru within yourself. That is why in India it is very clearly said, God and Guru are not separate. But this is completely out of this culture. Christ taught it. Christ said it this way. He said, if you are loving me, you are loving the Father, because I and my Father are one. Did you hear? He started the Guru-disciple relationship, but Christianity didn't understand. Probably closest disciples did for one of the couple of generations, but it disappears in time. Our lineage is very short. This happened 2,000 years ago. Our lineage is Dadaji. He is the incarnation of Lord Shiva himself. He came to Bapuji. Lord Shiva himself took the form and came to Bapuji and trained him in this lineage, the Tantric Kundalini Yoga lineage. And he trained me. I am giving to you. How recent? Do you understand? That is why this lineage is very important to be maintained by teachers who also become real practitioners. Do you understand? It's not philosophers who learn because I said so or they read so, even in Bhagavad Gita. That doesn't make any difference. This is what I give you is not information. It's for you to experience it. So the the words in the scriptures, they're like the signpost. Don't sit on the signpost. Follow the sign. There are the words that are saying. So that is why I hope you keep this connection within yourself. Practice it in your immediate interactions as much as you, and remind yourself, like you fail, don't get upset, because you know that the spiritual journey is, this one step is success, about 6 are failure steps, another step is success. But they are all leading to success. So you don't judge yourself. Means accept yourself. Again, the same story. Yourself every step of the way. It is like so much deep peace comes over me as it comes over you. The knowledge of truth, even knowledge does that. Can you imagine what experience will do? So now you know there is possibility for you to unburden yourself with all the traumatic, painful memory events that doesn't even exist. The memories are like just last night dream. You have memory. Does that memory exist? No. Yesterday's memory, they don't exist either. So life is like a river. You can't step in the same river twice because it's flowing. There is no passage to now. When you are now, is infinite. You don't, because there is no destination in now. You don't arrive somewhere now, and now that is the end. It is infinite. So you keep awakening, and then you become now. You got it. That's not a destination. That's now again. Do you understand? The ego mind works with destination in time. So this is, you are converting every moment from living in the memory time to living in the timeless zone of who I am now. That is God in you. Maybe you want to ask anything? You can ask. Yeah, go ahead.
It's your opportunity, guys. It's here now. Jai Gurudev. So you mentioned about the male and female energies.
Speak up a little bit.
You mentioned the male and female energies within us.
Yes.
And I know in me, my past, dominant male. So my question to you is, through this work, I want to make sure I understand that is uniting and balancing the energies.
Yes.
So you're not so overtaken by one.
Right, exactly. Very good question. See, this, as long as you live in this body, this is another thing. You can't be in now. Because you are living in self-balancing energy field. And if you become self-balancing, you may jump into now. So you are always in self-balancing, polarity. That is why there is Jnana Yoga. Some yogis teach that you go to the experience of non-dual oneness. Now, you cannot be there. All along the way, first you have to allow yourself to get off your thinking mind into feeling energy body of polarity, where polarity of sympathetic male Shiva and parasympathetic female Shakti, they function independent of your mind. So you are in polarity. That means you are now also, but not yet united. It is unifying now. It is polarity is active unity, and unity is inactive polarity. So you go through the unifying polarity for a long time. And then when yogi reaches to the third eye, he has reached to the ultimate stage of polarity, where he is almost a unity. There is still polarity, means there is subject, object, separated. You are still functioning in this world. But when you go to the Sahasrara, you are no longer two. The drop has dropped into the ocean. Where do you find yourself? There is nobody there. Is that what you are asking?
I have a lot to think about. Thank you, Gurudev. Thank you.
Yeah.
Jai Bhagwan.
That's okay, just leave it. I want to close my eyes. It is so, just giving it to you is such a deeply satisfying, fulfilling experience. Because when I was given that gift from the lineage, my debt to them is to give it to others. You understand? Then I have to be it. I can't be the verbal delivery. So, this is why I like you to, each one of you, to do the work of lineage in some way. Support it. You are supporting your own intention to be integrated within you by bringing other people, helping them to be more integrated with their own self. And that's what I want to do with this community. So, because otherwise lineage will die. Like And that is what all the gurus have done. You know, every guru, they have their lineage center where they train the teachers and they give out the teachings so that teachings don't deteriorate. So the teachers have to be, so there has to be a center where the teachings are taught properly. Well, I don't think Christ had that established ashram. He had just, everything he did in his life was so short. Like how many years, what age he came back, and how many years he lived after that was such a short time. And in that time, he had only 12 disciples. And he said, every one of you is going to betray me. He knew that. When the soldiers came to arrest him, that's the guy. So that is the way humanity is. So that is why the whole Bible that is written by 4 disciples perhaps, that's it. That was his ashram. And then main disciples went in different parts of the world and they taught. But then that was done in a way, but it wasn't done to capture the spirit of what Bible says. So they interpreted because they didn't practice. Therefore, they interpreted through their belief system. And that happens everywhere, not just in Bible. In India, every religion has that too. This is human. So it's not just criticism, but that is the way. But that way, at least it is maintained for a short time. Whatever it lasts. And the Buddha said, my religion won't last more than 500 years or something like that, I read. So now it's all writings, but since nobody knows how he practiced it, and hardly anybody who is teacher who has practiced to teach that, therefore the teaching deteriorates as interpreted by the mind. And then they like this system, they don't like this. So they don't like this path, so they build another path. So you can see how Christianity became, they had soldiers to fight for their religion. And they killed people. This is so common everywhere. And we as individuals do that in a very small way. We conflict with people. That's kill the reality of loving people, each other. Yes. Okay, let's sit in stillness. When you enter the stillness, you connect. You create a shift, rather, from thinking ego mind to intuitive being that you are. You are no longer operating from memory addictions and memory fears. You are connected to your energy body, the abode of the divine. And when you are connected to the body, the inner object, you are objective perceiver. You can see other people, other life situations and relationships objectively rather than subjective memory events and create separation from them. As you practice the fundamental core teachings, you're living the way you live with yourself will deliver the message of love to the others. It will change people around you. This is not the ego mind's doing to look attractive so people love you. This is you are being attractive and people love your peace, your love that you live in. They will be attracted to you, help you, support you. So you are supporting the lineage teachings. So be supportive to the people, places, and things everywhere, in every way, to support the teachings of the masters. Jai Babaji. See, my life is all that. There's nothing else to do. This is lineage. This happens to anybody who gets awakened to the reality. What do? But then they are not awakened to the reality. Like I was awakened to the reality. But that wasn't like 100% awakening and everything is done. It happens as I give it to others, share it with others, and then it helps me. What I give, I also receive. Do you understand? When I let go of my ego, my insecurity, my fears of using all my time to in my own habits of daily living. Did you hear that? That is ego. If you still live with the same old habits, same old ways, you haven't created space for the divine presence to come in your life. That is why I gave up all the other activities, my job and everything. 1966, I gave up my job and gave myself completely. And in the beginning, I wasn't even charging money. But then I had yoga classes, so I was getting money from that. But when I gave lectures, I go to one high school, they had sponsored my lecture. I went there, and there were a few students sitting in a class with their feet on the desk. And I said, "Where is the lecture?" "Oh, we are here." Next time I had another school came for request for lecture, I said, $500. Guess what? When I went there, whole school was in one room, very well organized. and that in class, amazing thing happened. Some kids, they were sitting close to me. I was on a stage. They were talking and giggling. I stopped talking and I said, "If you want to talk, please go outside and then come back." After that, the whole audience was so still. They heard me so still. And the teacher said, "Oh my God, we never had this audience like this in our lifetime. It was so silent." So when people pay for it, they value it too. So when you don't pay, in some ways, pay your energy, your skills, your time to make this happen. This new age, this new community we want to buy. We want to make it happen, but we don't have enough money. So in whatever way we can be helpful, that would be very useful to make that happen. Because I don't take salary. If I take salary, nothing will work because my salary will be so high. Like if my salary would be like Deepak Chopra. Or even more. So I take no salary. Just my needs are taken care of. That's it. But when you pay this tuition, it goes to organization, not to me. You see? So you have to do similar things for supporting the organization. That is, I am the organizer, not the organization. So I don't need support. This is support to the lineage of masters to carry the work. So in India, when they serve Guru, they don't charge anything because Guru doesn't charge. You see? That is normal. But here a Guru charges for the organization because in the West, you can't even start without money. So you have to charge for the organization. But Bapuji in India, and then Bapuji or Bapuji's ashram had any event, no event was, people didn't have to pay anything. In all ashrams, it's like that. But now it is getting westernized a little more. Yes. So just that. So be part of it in whatever way. And if you have anything to share, you can write me the email. Or so your skill, your time, money, power, skill, whatever. Like we will need carpenters, electricians, gardeners. We will have our own gardener, anything like that. So that will be useful. Jai Bhagwan.